Hi, my name is Cheryl, and I am a very late diagnosed autistic woman who also happens to have ADHD. And today I would like to talk about grief, specifically how autism can affect the way we process grief and also respond to grief. The other day I was thinking about some losses that I've experienced, and I realized that I feel just as sad today as I did when they actually happened. And I really have trouble letting go of them. And I wondered, am I the only one who feels this way? And can autism be a reason why I'm having trouble letting go? So I looked it up, and it turns out that it actually can make a difference. So I looked up this blog, and according to Carla Fisher, and I'll put this link in the description, the autistic traits that keep us hanging on are number one, intense focus. So we can hyper-focus on specific things, and that makes them harder to move on from. Emotional processing. We can struggle with understanding and processing our emotions, and that can lead to lingering feelings surrounding those past events. Routine and predictability, we love. Change, we do not love. So anything that threatens to disrupt our sense of stability, it can be really hard to deal with. Anxiety, which a lot of us have, can increase our tendency to dwell on negative memories. And lastly, difficulties in social communication can impact how we relate to our past experiences and can often lead to feelings of isolation. I mean, I know that I've felt that way because I react so differently. According to Harvard University, the transitions surrounding loss are some of the most unrecognized and difficult ones for autistic people. And I'll put a link to that article in the description so that you can read the whole article. It's very insightful. And it also includes a link to the Autism and Grief Project, which is very good. I took a look at that. A few ways we might respond differently to grief than neurotypical people is that we may have a delayed reaction. We might withdraw socially or emotionally. Our stimming might increase. We might have changes in our sleep and eating patterns, and we might have shutdowns that result in difficulty processing information, a lack of focus, impaired executive functioning skills, and disturbed visual processing. So some things that might help are knowing that we process things differently and that it's okay. We need to give ourselves grace. We can get immersed in something that we enjoy that can relax our nervous system, at least for a little while, and give ourselves a break. For example, in art, music, nature. If possible, which rarely it's possible, but if it is possible, be present and acknowledge the steps leading up to the event. I'll give you an example. When my mom died, I don't think I cried for probably 6 months. But when my best friend died, it was different. I was with her, she had ALS, and I was with her very often throughout her whole 2-year process. So I witnessed her decline. We talked about her feelings about the afterlife. I knew what to expect. And somehow, even though I cried probably more tears at her funeral than I've ever cried in my whole entire life, it made the processing of that event easier. I hope that makes sense. So I'm very curious to know if you have some of the same issues surrounding grief. I'm very curious to see your comments, and remember to look for those links in the description. They're very helpful. I hope you all have a wonderful day.